Day 1. The Festival of Colors. The sun had barely risen when Rohan, Ishita, and Aditya banged on Kano's door. "Wake up, sleepyhead, it's Holi!" Rohan shouted. Kano groaned. "It's too early for this, guys." Before he could protest, Ishita threw a fistful of bright pink color on his face. "Happy Holi, Kano," she laughed. Kano blinked, looked at himself in the mirror, and smirked. "All right, war it is." Within minutes, Kano was chasing his friends, throwing colors at them. His white kurta turned into a canvas of red, yellow, and blue. At one point, Aditya tried to sneak up on Kano with a bucket of colored water, but Kano turned at the last second, and the entire bucket landed on Rohan instead. Rohan stood there, dripping, looking like a rainbow disaster. "Kano, you are dead!" Kano burst out laughing. "Oh, come on, you needed a bath anyway." People danced to toll beats, colors flew in the air, and laughter filled the streets. But Kano's heart was somewhere else, in Dwarka with Krishna. "Guys, let's make this Holi even more special. Let's go to Dwarka." His friends exchanged glances. "You mean Krishna's city, now?" Kano grinned. "Yes, if Holi is a festival of love and devotion, where else would we celebrate it better than in Dwarka?" And just like that, the plan was set. Day 2. Arrival in Dwarka, the divine city. The train reached Dwarka early in the morning. As Kano stepped out, a cool breeze touched his face. It felt like Krishna himself was welcoming him. "Kanaji, finally, I'm home," he whispered. The group checked into a hotel, freshened up, and headed straight to the Dwarkadish temple. The temple was magnificent, golden pillars, beautifully carved walls, and an aura of divine energy. Hundreds of devotees were gathered for holy celebrations. As they walked towards the temple courtyard, a group of locals invited them to join the traditional holy celebration. Colors flew everywhere, mixing with the fragrance of sandalwood and rosewater. The streets of Dwarka were alive with music, toll beats, and joyous laughter. "This is surreal," Ishita whispered, mesmerized by the divine atmosphere. Kano smiled. "It's not just a festival here, it's devotion in the form of colors." They danced with the locals, smeared colors on each other, and even joined in a small procession where a beautifully decorated idol of Lord Krishna was carried through the streets, showered with petals and gulal. After hours of celebration, the friends decided to explore the city. Exploring the sacred city, after washing off the colors, they visited Gomti Ghat, where the sacred river meets the Arabian Sea. The sight of the waves crashing against the steps of the ancient Ghat filled Kano with peace. "People say a dip in the Gomti cleanses all sins," Aditya remarked. Rohan grinned. "Well, we definitely need that after throwing colors at the temple priest earlier." Everyone laughed. As the sun set, they made their way to Bet Dwarka, the island where Krishna is believed to have lived with his queens. The boat ride was serene, the sky painted in hues of orange and pink. Kano sat at the edge of the boat, looking at the vast sea. "Kanaji, everything feels so perfect here." Just then, a soft chuckle echoed in his mind. "Arre, Kano, finally! You came to visit. Main to socha tu sirf baatein hi karta rahega." Kano smirked. "Kanaji, aapko to pata hai, aane ka plan bhi aap hi banwate ho." "वाह ही तो! मुझे होली खेलनी थी तेरे साथ, वरना तू सबसे रंग डाल डाल के भाग जाता," Krishna teased. Kano chuckled. "अच्छा, आप भी होली खेलते हो?" "अरे, तब ही तो बरसाने वाली राधा मुझसे जीती थी. फिर भी मैं सबसे ज्यादा रंग डालने वाला था." Kano smiled, feeling an overwhelming sense of joy. "फिर आज भी एक रंग डालिए ना, Kanaji." Just then, a sudden gust of wind blew over him, and a fine mist of blue powder seemed to settle on his shoulders, the color of Krishna. His eyes widened. "Kanaji, ye aapka rang hai." Krishna's voice echoed again, playful as always. "Aur nahi to kya? Ab koi dhokar dikhaye." Ishita tapped Kano's shoulder. "Kano, kisse baat kar raha hai?" Kano turned to her, smiling. "Boss, Kanaji say?" Rohan rolled his eyes. "Fir shuru ho gaya." They all laughed and continued their journey to Rukmini Devi Temple, where an elderly priest narrated the story of Krishna and Rukmini. Inani's love. The story fascinated them, adding a new depth to their holy trip. As night fell, they sat near the beach, watching the waves and talking about life, faith, and Krishna's miracles. This has been the best Holi ever, Rohan admitted. Kano chuckled. And it's all because of Kanaji's plans. He knows how to surprise us. The wind carried his words into the night, as if Krishna himself was listening.